getting ready to look at some things.
I actually have our February 8th election quasi on this tablet.
Going.
So, we do have some things to look at. There's a lot of edits I've already submitted and everything, but, we are working.
Cool deal.
Okay.
This message this meeting is being live streamed.
So,
Do we have, I guess we need to kind of move Jim over this way a little bit.
yeah. Or I can scoot it in a little, and he would be more if we
Let's
wanted
do that.
to spread out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because you've got plenty of space.
Yeah.
Oh, man, these things move
They
easily.
do. Like, whoever originally designed these tables, because they've been here forever,
Yeah.
really did a nice
Yeah.
job.
I'm impressed. I was thinking, well, I better, but no, they're nice. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All I had to do is jiggle that a little bit and it came up. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Good deal. So what's our count on people?
Today we have had 1,640. We have 1,647.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's better than I expected.
Yeah, and if you took out, let's say, we had 800 Democratic ballots voted last time.
Yeah.
So
That surprises me, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey there.
Howdy.
So,
How's everybody?
I did not expect it, good. I did not expect it to be that many.
hello, how are you?
Checking in on folks.
Oh, I bet you were upstairs.
Yeah. Nothing exciting happening up there?
And we're live.
Is that the new?
Okay.
It is.
I'm about to.
It is.
And you are in this tablet, so we can scan your driver's license if you want to.
Oh, ho.
He's the only one of us that.
Oh, is that right?
In there.
And
So how you do? Just
Just take it out and just,
upside down, right?
you need the
That
barcode.
Oh, okay. The light comes down. Jamist.
it's on there.
Yep.
Okay,
Now,
now,
and then what you have to do is you have to touch this,
okay.
and then it goes to your full information.
Okay.
So that only pulled up just you, so no one else.
Oh, okay.
Now, do that again, Jim.
Okay, so go back
Yeah, go.
and,
Is that clear or something?
we'll,
How about the X?
X.
yeah, okay.
All right. Is the red light supposed to hit that?
We have not had a driver's license be able to play with it very much.
Oh, okay, so you don't really.
So he's the first one we've really been able to play with.
But it looks like it ought to beam in on the black.
So this can,
Oh.
well, no, it doesn't. I was thinking, it,
Here.
yeah, there we go. So it can go down a little bit more.
So when you say, what are you asking? If I turn it this way, will it work?
No,
what you're
I was
asking?
just curious to know what part
I figure
would.
it's that.
That's what I
I
think
don't
mean,
figure-
you
I don't
do,
figure
you do
it's
have that.
Yeah, I don't think it's
No.
that. I think it's
I
the,
think it's this. You gotta get it all the way under there. Now you've got it.
yeah,
turned.
so,
Okay.
yeah,
Like
it's
that.
the barcode.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that.
Yep.
All right. So, you don't have to lay it down on there.
No.
And then the voter then is supposed to.
So we would turn it back to us,
Oh, okay.
and then we would select,
Select that.
you can just touch anywhere in that,
Oh.
in the whole green line,
That's
anywhere.
all the way
Uh-huh.
right here?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And then at this point, probably you'll scan it, and then actually, let me try something, since
Okay.
you can actually play with yours, and ours doesn't work. work.
You-
Okay, so let me,
You want it back?
so if you'll scan, so what we'll have the voter do is scan, and as soon as that pulls up, we print it
Okay.
back to us,
Okay,
and then so that way we
Oh,
can ask you
yeah.
the information.
okay.
Right, but we'll still have to see the ID. Mhm.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, so,
Here.
because we have to, yeah, see, but yeah, so,
Okay, interesting.
mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so,
Pretty
and
sweet.
it's really, I mean, like, I feel like the screen is easy for our poll workers to
Mhm,
look at.
mhm.
And then, once we know that all this information stated is correct,
Okay, then you do
then
the
this is where
stand-
the
oh,
voter
you sign it.
signs.
So you'll have to turn it back around
We
then.
will, we'll turn it back around to the voter to sign, and then the voter, once they start signing in here, becomes active.
Gotcha.
And then they're done signing, they still have to do that twice.
Oh, okay.
But then once all of that's done, we print the ballot.
They got
Gotcha.
accepted, okay.
Mhm, yep.
Mhm.
And then if we issue a provisional out of here,
Oh, it'll give you the
it
reason.
gives, instead of
yeah.
having to do drop down,
Good.
this is much easier for our poll
Good.
workers. I
Yeah.
am working, I have a meeting scheduled tomorrow with the poll book people,
Mhm.
because these are generic, probably for
Oh,
whatever many, so
okay.
I'm trying to get them to make these to our reasons, to
Yeah,
match our reasons
good.
exactly. So it's really easy for our poll workers, which means we
You've
can
got
run
a
reports.
Provisional ID number.
That is just tied, it's not really, it's tied to the voter, but it's never tied to the
Okay,
ballot.
okay.
It's not ever tied to
Okay,
the ballot.
but do we audit with that number,
Mm-mm,
or,
no.
okay, so it's
No.
internal, basically?
And
Okay.
so, I think I have any votes on this. No. So, and I don't wanna vote
Yeah.
Jim yet, because it's the only one's driver's license we can scan.
Right.
So, but,
What is this, a key?
yes.
Oh, an on-off.
Yeah, well, no, it's not. It's, if we ever have to get this out of the case,
Oh, that
that's where we,
releases it?
that's where we do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So, yeah, so when we search for, if we don't have a driver's license, you can search by last name.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I start typing in Smith, and then start typing in
Oh, yeah.
A, it'll start bringing
Oh,
up everybody.
okay.
And so then you
So
select.
you don't have to type in the full last name?
You don't. And also, if someone, so let's say we have someone who comes in and, we just can't find them, we can
Mhm.
also do a search by last name and date of birth.
Oh.
So before, searching by that date of birth was really hard for us on the old
yeah.
tablets, but this allows us to do that.
Okay.
So if we issue this standard ballot for this person,
Mhm.
and they're done, we accept ballot in, the voter does all this.
Oh,
They
okay.
put their own ballot in there. And then we complete check-in,
Ah.
and then we're ready to do the next
But,
voter.
but now the, poll worker will do the complete check-in?
Yes, the poll
Okay.
worker. The poll worker will have that screen
Okay.
to them
Okay.
when they do it. So we can, it has all sorts of reports
Oh,
in
yeah.
here. So we can do ballot totals, it shows us how many
Mhm.
we've issued, it shows our voted list,
Oh.
and if we have multiples in here, we can see how many provisionals we've
Mm.
issued, how many regulars,
Mhm.
and it shows how many reissued. So anytime we have to spoil a ballot, it shows the person we reissued the ballot to.
Who's backing up?
Oh, our Penske truck.
Oh. I'm like, what in the world? They sound like they're right here.
So, yeah, so it's got a lot of, I mean, it's pretty,
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
You're pretty happy with it then?
I am, I mean, there's some things
Hey,
on
girls.
it that I'm not,
How are y'all?
Are
that
they
are different, that I'm not super
Mind
happy
picture?
about.
change?
She made sure you.
That's why I have a meeting tomorrow. Like, I got the data, and I
matter
went
to me.
through everything, and I had a whole full sheet
Oh, did you really?
of stuff.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, can we
Yeah,
do this, can we
yeah.
do this, can we do this? So,
Good.
yeah, but the functionality and the ease for our poll
Helpful.
workers and for the voter,
Yeah,
I think is gonna be
Yeah.
phenomenal.
good.
So,
The
yeah.
wintergreen, I like them better than.
So-
Well, good. And, you feel like they're more durable and
You don't do
holding up, they're
wintergreen?
gonna hold up better?
So I do, I think that and
The
the packing
electronic?
of them is
Oh.
much easier for our poll
Yeah.
workers to do.
Good.
But I do think the packing of them and all of that, so yeah.
Okay.
So, and these stands, those stands.
Oh, yeah.
Just
This-
those cords not wrapping around and
It's
having.
Oh, yeah,
to
oh,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's gotta be a
Mhm.
big thing.
So when our poll workers set up, they no longer have to figure out how to
Right.
adjust and all of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good. Good, that's,
You won't have to.
Is that a telescoping stand, will it go higher?
No, it won't go higher. It
Okay.
only will adjust like this and then
Okay.
swivel. So, yeah.
but you've got the ability to, place them on various surfaces, right?
They'll all be sitting for the most part. I mean, they'll be at
Trying to
at
think
tables.
where I've, because sometimes I've seen them on like a counter height.
Like in, the county clerk's office in Benton County, she has the tall desk.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll use them setting at a
That's when you would
table.
need to tilt it down.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
yeah.
depending on the
Yeah, yeah.
light, like where your
Oh,
light
good point.
Mhm.
Yeah, if
shines
it's
in
flashing on
and all
or
of that.
glaring on it.
Becky's office will be able to, do address changes and edits, for voters through Connect, which is a web-based service. So she won't have to have 9 of these set up in her office.
Wow.
She'll really only need 1 to be able to, if we ever had to unissue a ballot, let's say the one thing that is different about this one, in the past, if we get to the screen where we're getting ready to print the ballot and we realize we've made a mistake,
Can't go back.
we can't go back. On the old ones, we could. So once that voter has signed and we tap
And
that
we've
acceptance,
accepted it.
that's it. We have to issue the ballot. We can't go back.
Interesting.
So if we ever found ourselves in a case where we realize we have made a mistake,
Right.
the clerk can unissue the credit for that
Oh.
voter, but she has to.
But it has to go through the clerk's office.
Yes, we will never let our poll workers
Okay.
unissue voter
Okay.
credits because
Yeah.
there's just too many
Right.
mistakes that could be made. That will go through the clerk's
Yeah.
office.
And it would have to be, requested by a,
The supervisor.
supervisor.
Mhm. Yeah,
So,
yeah. And
Okay.
we would make note of that and,
Yeah.
and, you know, really note like, okay, why are we unissuing credit?
Mhm.
We rarely ever unissue credit, and it's always ever done with Becky and myself, and we're like, okay, yes, we can do this.
Right,
So, yeah.
okay.
So,
Well, good, that,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And you've got a running
Better
total
like
at the
it for what
top.
it costs.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding, no
and
kidding.
this will also tell them up here that they're connected to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, good.
These are not connected to the Wi-Fi, even though
Yeah.
it's a totally different system than what we're on right now. I didn't want to mess
Mhm.
anything up. It tells them if they're connected to the Wi-Fi, and then the tablets talk to one another
Oh, yeah.
as well. It will tell us that information
And the
as
green
well.
is for the printer, I presume, the green icon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, over here, it's
If you
got,
just close this.
no, I'm talking
oh.
about in the upper left or the
Oh,
upper right
that's your
corner.
battery.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, that's your battery.
Okay, is it charging now
Mhm.
then?
It is, I've got
Okay.
it all plugged in.
Gotcha.
Because this will work without electricity, but your printer has
Oh.
to have electricity. So, but we do have a way, if, let's say, electricity went out in a building, and we still could check in voters, let's say we
Mhm.
had like, if something happened, we could still check in voters for a little bit on the tablet by turning
Mhm.
the printer function off. We would
Oh.
have to do it manually, like write down their precinct and take a blank ballot over to the express
Oh,
vote, because
gotcha.
those work without electricity as well,
Okay.
for 6 hours. For 6 hours, we could operate a polling location without any
Do
electricity.
we not have, like a battery pack that we've used in the past?
Mm-mm.
I was
No.
thinking that there was some kind
We've talked about generators,
Yeah.
but the express votes have batteries in them. These have batteries,
Mm-hmm.
but your printers, they don't ever
Yeah.
have any battery. But
Yeah.
the fact that we can, still check in voters, so it shows that they've been marked as voted.
Right.
The only thing is you're manually selecting their precinct. But I
Right.
figure if we've lost electricity in a building, there's something else going
Yeah,
on that
right.
we might need to close that building. That
Yeah.
would be like an emergency
An
closure.
emergency, yeah.
Right, but it would give us enough, the ability to vote the voters maybe that were waiting in line until we could get it closed and get the word out to people,
Don't come
there's a
here.
problem
Yeah.
with this building.
Yeah.
So,
You know, like in Farmington, when people run into that electrical pole all the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would be like some type of an event like that, until we could figure
Yeah.
out, well, why is
Okay.
electricity out in that
Yeah.
building? So,
Okay, well, that's, I mean, we could limp along with that if that was necessary.
Yeah, and if it was necessary, and I always tell them too, because someone asked me once, well, what if the electricity goes out across the county? And I'm like, so that's a catastrophic event.
Yes, exactly.
That we have a lot of other issues going on.
That would worry me a lot.
So, yeah, I'm always like, so I'm not super concerned. Max will be here just shortly.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I would be concerned the day that we
Right.
had a catastrophic event, but I'm not concerned that we would have. We are, yes, ma'am.
You can come in. We want to see your tongue.
My tongue?
Look at your shirt.
Oh, yeah, don't look at mine, I'm really dressed down right now.
I understand, but you always look beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. Miss Renee, and Mr. Jim, I wanted to introduce y'all to Devin.
Hey.
He's new, this is his first election.
Oh,
Hey, how you
good.
doing, my
Devin, good to meet you.
They are two of our commissioners. We also have a gentleman named Matt.
He'll be here. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate
Are you
your
in,
hard work.
in training here? She cracking the whip?
Sir.
I try to. I tried to get the guys upstairs to tase him, but
Ah.
for some reason.
It's on a trial basis.
I know, I just wanna know how long it would take him to go down. 2 seconds, 10 seconds?
If you're like me, all you gotta do is aim it at me, I'm down.
Yeah, that would do it. I saw my son have that happen to him, and it was scary for a mom.
Oh, I
It
bet.
was fine for him, but, I mean, it was.
Did he do it on purpose?
Oh, yeah.
He's a police officer.
Police officer
Yeah, you
training.
have to do that.
Yeah, it was, and they videotape them too,
Mm-hmm.
so it was humbling.
Oh, I bet. And you've met my daughter, yes?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, good to
I
see
just-
you again
good to see you.
tonight.
I just wanted to make
Thank
sure
you.
that y'all were.
You saw all the boxes I had lined up for you.
We've been upstairs and Rusty's out there waiting.
Okay,
So,
and then the pay sheets for everyone to fill out.
I have them.
Okay.
I mean, I have the
Yeah.
ones that I told you I'd bring.
Okay, and then for Devin, there's that sheet, I need your signature and your social, that way. So,
Oh, okay.
That's always a good benefit.
that's it.
Okay, and then after, if one of y'all would just text me when y'all are done, then Shay and I will come back in and help y'all.
Okay.
Bring
All right.
that. Sounds good. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Good night.
You too. Hope it's an early one, right?
Okay, so, say this, my mother is at Awakening, I'm gonna throw her under the bus for a minute, y'all come back in here. I wanna throw my mother under the bus, because she's the supervisor at Awakening, and sometimes she will help down at South Campus, behind the scenes, so she knows when these tubs come back,
Yeah.
what kind of organization skills some people have and some people don't. Well, this last election, her tub was the absolute worst I've ever seen.
Oh, no
Out of
kidding.
everybody.
What did she do?
Exactly, and so I gave up on time, well then, ES&S was at the South Campus, and I was telling them, oh my gosh, my mother's tub, so my mother shows up, and one of the ES&S guys was like, I heard your tub was really bad, and of course, then my mom's like, what are you doing, telling everybody? So she was ready to call me tonight and
Oh,
said,
no.
my tub is in perfect condition.
Ah.
I've been getting it ready, she said, I take something out all day long, and I put it right back. She said, it's coming back the way that you sent it. I said, we're gonna see.
Yeah, test her out, huh?
Oh, gosh.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, my. The trials of being a poll worker.
Yeah, so,
Tribulation.
so she
Yeah.
has the funniest picture. So when Tanya and her mother were hired, they worked as poll workers first. And then they got they were like, hey, we really like this, we'd like to be supervisors. And so they got their first polling place to be supervisors. And I guess there was something lost in translation because you have to bring back all these supplies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Angie has a little red Miata convertible, and it's a little bitty. And they brought back their supplies in that little red Miata convertible. Angie was sitting with a blue supply tub, like, on top, and they had everything packed in. Her feet were up on the dashboard, and Tanya's driving because they were like, oh, when they went to, because we deliver everything.
Right.
And so then they had to bring everything back, and they're like,
Maybe it's time to
Not
use
your
a different car.
so their first go
Oh,
round
my
bringing
goodness,
stuff
that's
back
funny.
was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So.
Do you make that part of the poll worker training now? Prepare yourself to bring a vehicle so
Yes.
that you can bring it all back in.
Back when they used to pick up the Ivotronics and they had to pick up the actual piece, sometimes they would be like, we need a trailer for all the stuff you're giving us, So they really liked the transition when they didn't have to pick up
I'm
anything.
sure.
And where we delivered everything.
Yeah.
They loved that. And it took, for us too, it freed us up because we would spend that whole Monday meeting with supervisors, just them picking up things. And so it really helped us when we transitioned.
Yeah.
Everything is delivered.
Yeah.
Do not pick up anything.
Is that the case for most counties in Arkansas now?
Yes, it has to be because the express boats are so big, you
That's
can't
true.
deliver
You
them
can't.
in a truck.
Yeah.
Now, Pulaski County, they deliver a lot of their voting equipment like almost a week beforehand.
Whoa.
Because they have over 100 polling locations.
Right.
So there's no way for them to be able to do it in the time frame like we deliver, for instance. And so their stuff sometimes goes out to the polling locations a week in advance. And so they have to keep it secure there. But I talked to a coordinator once in Kansas City, and their stuff sometimes has to go out 3 weeks early because you're talking that whole metropolis of all the things you have to deliver, and they hire moving companies to move everything for them.
Yeah, that
They
makes sense.
have different types of procedures to make sure everything stays secure.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
To me, that would be a huge concern is the security when you send it out that far in advance.
And that's one of the things, like, whenever you open up stuff, why it's important that you get that zero take.
Right.
Because then you know.
Yeah, nothing has
There's
been
no
messed
votes on
with.
there.
Yeah.
That's one of the nice things now about the express votes too, that there's no media in them. So there's no exchanging of sticks or anything like that. So what goes out, and they won't ever have an EQC stick. So that's like unique to that election.
Yeah.
So there's no tampering with that express vote in regards to that. So
That probably needs to be emphasized more and more. Where'd Tom go?
Yeah.
Because to me, that's a huge deal that you may have a machine there, but there's nothing you can do with that machine until it's got the stick inserted.
Right.
And, why can't that just be plastered everywhere?
And if you were to remove it,
Mm-hmm.
let's say it'll open up and say there's no media found.
Oh, yeah.
So it gives
Oh,
you
yeah.
that message.
Right.
So you're like, okay, there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
So, and you can't change on the express vote anything unless you have that EQC stick, which is generated uniquely for that particular election. That is in our office, not at any polling locations or anything like that, so,
Curious, this is just a question off the top of my head. Have you ever tried to pull a stick out without closing it down?
Yes.
And what happens?
one of two things happen. If it has votes on it,
Mhm.
sometimes you can get lucky and you can put it back in,
And it
and it'll
will.
let you close.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it'll let you close, and then you try to read it into the machine,
Oh, and
it'll
it
give you
won't
an
read.
error message.
Okay.
So that's why we stress to our poll workers, whenever they go to close this,
Mhm.
there's a little light in there that flashes, like, do not pull the stick
Right,
until
until
that
you've done that.
light
Yeah,
is done flashing.
yeah.
So, yeah, but the nice thing is, the backup, we have ballots.
Right.
So if the media were to be corrupted and they brought it back and we couldn't read the stick in, we actually have the physical ballot, we can run
Yeah.
them through another machine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
we have redundancies, which is great. This, like the old Ivotronics, you could never have done that,
that's true, yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So with this one, you can recreate if you were to lose the media.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's, I always think about these things because, my husband, with his computer, there's always something going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hello, welcome.
How are you,
Big
man?
sign on the door, this meeting is live streamed.
Oh, I didn't even notice it.
Give people the heads up.
Yeah.
I did not even notice it being there.
It wasn't when you walked.
Oh,
in,
okay.
it was down
You
there.
just put it up.
Before
Okay.
you walked in,
Okay.
you put a sign on the door.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, do we have things to discuss before 7:30? Okay.
You just have the election.
Then we're just
Cool.
gonna sit here and enjoy each other's company,
Sounds good.
and Jim's gonna sleep over there.
Am I sleeping?
No, I don't know.
Listen,
You
I
just
could.
were real quiet.
Well, I could.
But we made.
I stayed up and watched the football game last night.
Oh, I went to
And-
bed
and-
in about, at the,
And then I
10
couldn't
minutes.
sleep.
Yeah,
Oh,
thinking about it, the
no.
ending.
For some reason, yeah, I couldn't sleep.
I gave up in the last 10 minutes. I said, I'm done.
But then my dogs woke me up at 5:30 this morning.
Uh-oh, it's all your dog's
It was a
fault.
It was a short night for an old man.
Oh,
Well,
man, for
we
anybody.
moved you up. We
I
moved
saw
the
that, yeah.
table up so you
Yeah.
can be seen.
I-
Now you don't want to be seen.
Well, we're not doing anything.
No, we're not doing anything, but
Right.
I'm a little worried about this
I'll get
table
up into
here.
the-
I know, we need to get some wood glue.
Yeah,
Oh,
somebody's
yeah.
gotta
Patching it
work
together.
on that. Not me. I don't make very good repairs. I let other people do it and do it right. But,
How did it go today, Jennifer?
It went well, it's been smooth, we've had very few phone calls from our polling location, but it's been steady and busy. What are we at?
The total for the election is 1762.
Oh, yeah, okay,
So,
that's
yeah,
pretty good.
So for a runoff
I would
election,
feel like, yeah,
I think it's really good
that's
voter turnout.
pretty amazing.
Mhm.
yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, so we were lucky that, we had those extra supervisors at polling
Oh,
locations.
yeah.
That worked out wonderfully. Sonora was a lot busier today than we thought, so we had them at 4 people, but I went ahead and sent Evelyn there, so they ran with a crew of 5 today.
Okay.
But yeah, and Nazarene and Elmdale, they,
Yeah, I heard Nazarene and Elmdale were not overwhelmed, but
it was
steady.
Pretty steady.
all day it was steady. Did you vote today, or did you vote early?
I voted early,
You
but,
voted early,
B
okay.
voted today at Elmdale.
Okay, I'm curious, we did a new thing at Elmdale for this election, so I'm anxious to get the feedback from the supervisors and any voters who voted there, but, so Elmdale is a great location. The one thing, though, we've struggled with is, when they come in that entrance, we put them out that exit door on the other side of the gymnasium, but if you've ever walked out that exit door, those steps are steep.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
the lighting there is not great.
I don't like their steps at all.
No,
I forget.
no. And so, we've had a couple of people who have fallen, not
Oh, no.
necessarily there, but I feel like it's only a matter of time before we have an accident there. So for this election, what we did was, there's a back entrance that's our handicap entrance.
Mhm.
So we put them in the front door that they normally come in, but we sent everybody out the handicap entrance,
Okay.
which meant that they have to walk kind of back around the building.
Right.
But safety-wise, especially at 6:30 at night, and there's, we're not having to worry about that step, we think that's gonna be a better
Setup, so I'm anxious to see
Is
what
there
our
enough
feedback-
light out
That's
there
what I
after
was
dark
gonna
to see? Is there enough light out there after dark to see?
Yeah, that back entrance, I think so, yeah, 'cause that's where,
When we set up last night, that's the entrance we bring everything to.
Yeah.
so, and it's flat,
Yeah.
so it's like, it's completely
You don't
flat.
have to go, you don't have to negotiate the
You
steps.
don't have to negotiate the
Semi-darkness.
steps.
They actually have those steps, they have part of them painted, as I recall, but it still isn't terribly helpful.
I don't know on that, on the exit side. I
On the
don't
exit
think
side,
they
maybe
do.
just,
No,
they
I
don't?
don't think so.
I was thinking that they did at one time, maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't think that was very helpful.
I
Yeah,
didn't think they were painted when I was there the last election. I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah,
but they
it's been a while
are
since I've been up
doing
there.
a renovation on the gymnasium.
Oh, okay.
And so, maybe that'll be something they look at on those steps.
Yeah.
We mentioned it to them, not that we're asking them to do it, but they may just not know. It may affect
No.
folks going to church too. I mean,
Yeah.
they go on Wednesday nights or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, we haven't talked to them about those steps, we wanted to see
Okay.
This, but the electrical outlets, there's like, what, 3 or 4 that work.
Oh,
So
no.
they're fixing that, they're fixing the lighting, so they're doing some different renovations for the gymnasium.
That's good.
So we're excited for that, so, but they are wonderful and so welcoming to us, and the fact they're willing to let us use that as early vote, which will be
And she was hoping
great.
to have all of the electrical issues worked out before early vote,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Good.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm anxious to see what people thought about
Coming around the
Come
back.
around. The other thing that we've heard from our
supervisor there and from the poll workers is,
if someone is using the handicap entrance,
Mhm.
they have to, the way we did have it set up, so not only are they having to use
the handicap entrance to, let's say they're not in a wheelchair, but
they're, you know, it's harder for them to walk.
With a cane or something,
they've had to
yeah.
walk in through the handicap entrance and then walk all the way down to where
Oh.
we're checking in, and then all the way over to the other side to vote on the express
Yeah.
vote, and then walk all the way back to the gymnasium to walk back out. So the way we have this set up is, on the side where the handicap entrance is, that's the check-in, and the DS200's on the other side, and we have a provisional and handicap express vote. So now when they walk in through there, they can check in, the handicap or provisional express vote's right there for them to use, the DS200's right there, and then they can walk back out. So we're
That's
hoping-
good.
Yeah, that.
Do we ever, think about providing a wheelchair in case you've got some, I know that in the past, we've had like, Archer is probably one that I've thought of where, putting some chairs right by the door would help some folks who can't stand up for a very long period of time. They simply need to sit just to,
So there was a man working at Elmdale when I was there that morning. The church actually has a wheelchair. And he helped a lady, I'm guessing he goes to church there.
Yeah, probably.
He helped her in and out of the building and brought the wheelchair back in.
Was he one of our poll workers?
Yes.
He must have been from St. Joseph's then.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
He was a taller guy.
okay, yeah, he must have been with St. Joseph's.
But I did notice that, 'cause I thought, oh, well, that was really nice of him to
Yeah.
go and get
Yeah.
her and take her to her car. and-
Especially if you're having to, if your handicap entrance is in a place that is fairly far away from where you parked.
Well, no, the parking is right by the handicap
I gotta
entrance.
take this.
So that, we just got to get the voters used to parking at the handicap spot.
Yeah.
Full service.
Yeah.
Full service
Yeah.
poll worker.
So, yeah, so.
That's good to know then that Elmdale does
Yeah,
have.
I'm pretty sure he brought it back in after
Okay.
they were done.
And that wouldn't surprise me that Elmdale would have a wheelchair. They're a big enough church that I could see them.
They still adding numbers.
1765.
Good year.
To go.
I think our,
February 8th election will be pretty busy.
Yeah, seems like it.
I think it will be, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have our new tablet.
Up with
I see
the
it.
February 8th election.
Yep.
Jim, of course,
The only one that has a driver's license.
that works.
That's
On it.
been put in there. That's,
Yeah, because he's in that district. So it
Oh,
works and it
yeah,
goes straight
of course.
to him.
Oh, yeah.
So we weren't able to really test that feature in our office.
Oh, yeah,
yet.
because nobody lived in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so none of us live in that district, so
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, cool.
but yeah.
When are you doing the training with it?
Not next week, but the following week.
Okay.
The 24th through the 27th, I'll be doing poll worker training,
Cool.
so yeah.
you wanna see it work?
Yes, sir.
I thought it was interesting that our,
Yeah, scan here.
our training turned out to be, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. remember?
Oh.
He got my email today, didn't you, Max?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So,
Yeah, he did.
all I gotta do. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
And there I am.
Oh, yeah,
Then
there you
so
are.
spin it back around and the poll worker will hit that.
Pretty slick.
Yeah, and then they do
Yeah.
the issue standard, I think.
Yeah.
Then I sign it, well, they'll turn back around for me to sign it.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty slick.
Now, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, it looks clean on the screen, too.
That's what I think too.
That, like, I felt like our old tablets
Yeah.
never looked quite as clean as
No,
that.
not even close.
And, visually,
Yep.
for the voter to see and our poll workers to see.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I think,
Way cleaner look to
Yeah.
it.
They did a good
Yeah.
job
Yeah.
with that.
easier to set up, take down.
Yeah,
all
easier to
that.
see, may prevent
Mhm.
errors with poll workers,
That's what I think too, this.
checking folks in, the
Yeah.
wrong folks in, or not finding people
Right.
too.
Because
'Cause
this
that definitely
also
happens.
has an easy search engine by birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. You couldn't do that before, could you?
It was very difficult to do it by birthday.
Oh, I don't
This
even
one
think
has-
folks knew, I mean, I don't know
No,
if I
we
knew.
never trained them to do it because it was so difficult.
Like we got a camera.
Oh,
going.
interesting.
So, yeah.
Hello.
So,
I'm gonna get on wherever I'm not on, I'm sorry.
Oh, wherever you're not on,
Wherever I'm on the way, I don't know,
Okay.
as long as I'm not.
so
on the
if you
way.
wanted to see, well, actually, how long are you gonna be?
I just need to grab some, probably 15 shots and then I'll be good.
You should be good. Our polls don't close until, when they bring in supplies, they'll
Mhm.
bring them in right there, but if you're gone before 8,
Oh, okay, well, if I'm here a little early and I'm missing all the good stuff, I can always just come back and
yeah, so if you do come back and wanna see them bringing in polling boxes, that side
Okay.
is that, you
Well,
won't be in the way on
Yeah,
that side.
and when are they bringing all that stuff in?
the polls close at 7:30, so they should start to head in probably
8:30 or
Okay.
so.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then, yeah, would you just mind if I was in here during that, or is that okay?
No, you can be here from now until then,
I'll do that, so
anytime.
I'm not just getting video of y'all just talking and
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Yeah,
where I
sure.
can get some, action shots and stuff like that. I appreciate that,
Uh-huh, no problem.
all right, I'll see y'all, I guess, in just a little bit.
All
Okay.
right, sounds good, yep. Yeah, the date of birth search is a nice function.
It is.
That's great.
So, but they took away our search function by registrant ID.
Which,
What's registrant ID?
So every voter has, their own ID number
Yeah.
that's attached to them that if we enter it in the poll book, goes straight to that voter.
Yeah, okay.
and so anytime we had a hard time finding a voter, we would always ask the county clerk, just give us their voter ID number, because then it goes straight to that voter.
Not on this tablet. So they took that feature away. Now, that doesn't mean, I have a meeting scheduled with them tomorrow, so I have a long list of things to work on. So I'm gonna ask them for the voter ID.
Yeah, why did they take it away?
I don't.
They tell a lot of stuff they
They,
shouldn't.
they did on our express boat, and they keep saying we were the only county that ever did this,
But we used to run a readiness report out of our express boat after we did LNA that proved
that it had the correct election loaded on it, the date and time when we did it, and that it had been qualified for that election.
Sounds good to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We thought you should run one for every single express boat that shows that you have LNA'd everything.
Well,
because
sure.
the ballots don't show anything.
No.
They're not tied to an express boat.
No.
And when they did the software update, they took that feature away.
You can view the readiness report, but you can't print it.
So you can still view it, but you can't
But you
print it.
can't print it, so
That
we don't
doesn't-
have physical evidence that we actually LNA'd
That machine anymore.
Why
Oh,
can't
yeah.
you not print it?
that.
They were like, we didn't realize anyone used it. We loved that report.
Yeah, well,
So,
if
yeah.
they allow you to view it still, why not allow
Like,
you
and
to
the print
it?
button is there, it's just grayed out.
Grayed out. That's just a programming change.
Yep, and we've
Yeah.
asked for that, so yeah.
Good,
So,
good.
You've asked, but you
everything
haven't
want.
gotten any response.
Oh, yeah, no.
we'll see what they'll do, but yeah, they'll say, well, that'll be in the next
Software.
Yeah,
Update.
next
Uh-huh.
update.
Yeah.
And then they'll take away other things.
They'll take away something else, so yeah, so we'll get that back, but then something else will be missing.
That's job security, isn't it?
Yep.
My apologies.
Oh, you're fine.
What I miss?
Doesn't matter, nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, listen, you missed some really important stuff. I showed him how I can scan my,
Oh, you did do it, so
he got
you
his
know what to
out,
do.
he got his out, and he said, well,
That's pretty cool,
I'm
isn't
gonna
it?
scan mine in there.
Yeah, it is.
And
Just
it's gonna-
the display is well done. It's
It
easy to
is.
read.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of extra, but it has what you need to make it
Yeah,
clear, legible, et cetera.
yeah.
And the opening for our poll workers is much easier, because you
Good.
no longer have to do that smart update,
Oh.
where they would have to go into another
Yeah.
screen,
And then it shuts down,
and then
Mhm.
it opens back up, and then they log back in. As soon as it connects to the Wi-Fi, it automatically does
Oh, good.
that. And if for some reason we were ever have to, like how we
have had to,
change those precincts sometimes,
Right.
and we had to do it through a smart update,
and I would have to call each polling location, do a smart update, do a smart,
and then you
Yeah.
have fingers crossed, they all.
Yeah,
do their
that they all
smart
did
update.
it.
This automatically does it.
That's
So
amazing.
I don't have to call them and say, hey,
Good.
listen,
Listen, you need to do a smart update,
Good.
it automatically does it as soon as I tell ES&S to push it out. So, yeah.
What was I gonna ask? Something about the smart update. Already forgotten. It'll come back to me.
It gets worse,
Yeah.
believe me.
There's just too much in this brain right now.
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started on it. That clock is actually slow up there.
Yeah, it is, just a little bit.
Minute or so?
Yeah,
Mine shows 7:30.
yeah. Oh, I know what I was gonna ask. Maps. Have we had any feedback? Any, I mean, and are we,
18th is the,
18th.
the 30th.
okay,
It's the
Okay.
deadline.
so another week, and we're ready to go?
Yep.
Okay,
And Becky has been visiting with Jeff, and I have too, about precincts.
oh, good.
So hopefully soon we'll have precincts. The precincts won't be available
Right.
to actually put into place. We can approve them before.
Oh, we can go ahead and move
we
forward
can,
with it?
Yes, but then she
Okay.
just can't implement them.
Yeah,
But, so we need to move forward with them as quickly as we can.
okay.
So, yes,
So I presume you're working on that as we speak?
yes. So we've been visiting with Jeff about that.
We need to figure out a better way to do this.
Maybe.
have gone this
Can you
way.
low
Yeah,
crawl?
you
You were standing there.
Oh, could have gone that way,
Can you low
but,
crawl?
I can. I may not be able to get back up.
don't do that. We want you.
Just leave me there.
We want you to be mobile.
The janitor will get up.
We can figure out a way to pass these over, I think.
Well, good.
Okay, this is our zero tape.
One in Jennifer's box.
Just run a double clothesline across here, you just
Yeah,
move
that's
things.
right. We could do that.
No. It's okay, I didn't catch it.
Lacey, let's do this in the future. Just set it up on there and we'll grab.
Okay.
Or for that matter, you could come straight into the middle.
I can do that.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Sorry, that one's yours. Salute.
Any questions?
Are we, meeting? Are we officially meeting yet?
We are, yes, we are.
Did you call us to order?
No, I didn't, because we're doing election, and so
Okay, I
there's,
didn't know.
there's not the same, protocol, I guess,
Okay,
but we are officially in order.
okay.
And we have a zero tape, and we are good.
Yep. No precinct.
Training again in a couple weeks. My goodness.
Yeah,
This
you
month,
mean?
this month is already half over almost.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
know.
crazy. Flies by.
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's right.
Mhm.
Well, we're definitely having fun, right?
Oh, yeah. Better believe it.
And then you're rejected. I thought about that earlier. And then I forgot again. Started working on something and I forgot. Sorry.
You're as distractible as I am.
Oh, you have no idea. I only have a basket.
Somebody gonna bring you one?
I could use that.
Oh.
Because that's what I had.
Oh, okay, you had them in, okay.
And we have one absentee, is that right?
One absentee.
Did you say that was an overseas one?
No, that one is for the February the 8th
Oh.
election. We actually have
Okay.
an overseas one that was sent.
Gotcha.
But it's for the, Fayetteville Ward 2.
Oh,
Because we don't
Not
have
even-
the absentee
okay,
ballots
yeah.
ready for the general
right,
until the 19th.
okay,
We'll have those ready.
all right. Listen, Denny got one of those last year, and he tried to get more, and he could not find any more.
Got two in the mail today from Amazon.
From Amazon? Send me a link on that, if you would, please, because he loves, and his hands are always cold, so he needs something like that. Yeah, yeah.
And it's a portable charger too.
Yes, that's the kind that he got, and he couldn't find any more. I think he put that one in his pocket of one of his jackets, and where is it? Where is it? So I thought, he needs several just to keep up with them. Of course, then he has to remember to plug them in. that could be another impediment.
Zero for absentee.
The game come out that you wanted it to?
You know, I really didn't have a
Strong
Georgia,
preference?
I didn't have a dog in that hunt, even though Georgia's the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
I'm not upset that, Georgia won that game. I think they deserved to beat them.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, look, they beat us 37 to nothing.
right,
And then we
right.
stayed within 7 points of
Of Alabama,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I just don't know what happened. Of course, I'd hate to have to, either one of those teams, I'd hate to have to beat them twice in a row.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, we're saying it could have happened to Alabama. The only way Alabama got into the playoffs is because they beat Georgia in the
Right.
SEC championship game.
Yeah.
But, to me, it almost assured Georgia was gonna show up for the,
Sure
Well,
felt
it-
that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was sure hard fought
yeah.
until I went to bed, I guess. It was one of those things where after that, Georgia took over, but, it was back and forth.
I think that quarterback for Alabama, Bryson, I think he had,
Young.
you know,
Is it
a
Bryce?
couple of
Hate for that.
interceptions the whole season, and
Oh, yeah,
he had at least 2
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
in that game. I mean, the Georgia defense won.
Yeah.
They were
Impressive defense.
absolutely phenomenal.
What I liked
They
best
really
of all
were.
was the shoulder pads with the
Oh,
spikes
the ones that
coming out.
they give to the guy that makes the big play.
That's
Well,
fun.
apparently a
A lot
whole
of
bunch of
people
the
had-
fans had them, and I'm
I
like,
think they started doing
what?
that, the team started doing that, and the fans picked it up and.
Okay. I didn't know the
Yeah,
genesis
team-
of it.
I knew the team did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, some of the fans
I
did
just
it.
watched in the stands and went, what
know, I
kind
hate
of
to-
crazy are these
I hate to
people?
use,
I thought it looked like Mad Max.
It did, didn't it?
I hate to
Yeah,
use
it did.
another one for the Bulldogs, but their fans are really bad.
You dog. Oh, man. Yeah.
I've got a cousin over in South Carolina,
Yep.
that's a big Georgia Bulldog fan, she's really excited.
My younger brother is a Georgia fan, and I don't know if he was there last night, but he was sure excited.
Yeah, my wife is a UGA alum. So
Oh, is she
was
really?
real pumped.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no
goodness.
kidding.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uga.
Well, she was well pleased then.
yeah.
Yeah, Uga, whatever version of the mascot they're on now, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of versions. Those
Yeah.
poor Bulldogs, they get so hot during some of those games.
I know.
You'll
oh,
see the
yeah.
mascot, they've got a ice thing in there and fans.
I saw a picture of one, and it looked like it was half asleep, and
Yeah.
it just didn't look very comfortable at all.
No.
Poor thing. I mean, they're hard dogs anyway, because they've got so much skin and flab, and, I mean,
Yeah.
it must be hard to be a bulldog.
Yeah.
If you have to think about certain animals.
Yeah.
Hard to be a Bulldog.
Yeah.
Like that lamb that's coming up on that table you're sitting at too on
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, I felt like it was a little loose right there. But yeah, you're right. I wonder if it's all this heat in here that is, you're welcome, that is,
Oh, yeah, maybe it is.
or, I don't know, moisture maybe too. Yeah,
The combo.
yeah.
So we have, this is the early and absentee.
Early and absentee,
Yeah.
it should be 108 votes.
Not a lot.
108 votes, 2 undervotes.
Huh. I'm starting to get nervous about this little red light coming on and off.
I'll pack all that up in a minute, yeah. It's just.
All you have to do is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing. But then, interestingly, you can, it takes a bit for it to sort of recover. There, it recovered that time. Interesting.
So the 108 is actually pretty good when you think about the early vote for the December 14th.
We have them.
You had over 400, but half of those were Democratic ballots.
Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah.
comparably, I mean, I think the voter turnout for this runoff election is actually pretty decent in regards to runoff election.
I did not expect, I thought I'd be surprised to see 500 votes.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I hate that, but that's the way runoffs are on occasion.
That's a PDF?
Yes.
Okay, I'll send this out to the media then.
What happened to Tommy? Flaked out on us?
He was there for the budget.
Oh, that's right, they're doing budget tonight.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Starting to feel a little hurt that he chose them over us.
More action.
Yeah, no kidding.
I can see the hurt in his face.
Oh, Jim, you don't treat me right here.
Can you hear my chair?
I can.
Mine keeps doing it too.
Uh-huh.
That's 'cause we wound them all up.
Oh, did you?
Need some WD-40 on these puppies.
Yeah. Probably not something that's in the cabinet over there.
I don't think I'm gonna WD-40 it. You're just gonna have to put up with it.
Have some Dr. Pepper, but I don't think that's gonna.
And I don't think Dr. Pepper.
That'll make it worse. Yeah. Yeah, that would not be good. Got Kentucky into going down there for that game yesterday?
For the game?
Yeah.
No, no. Man, I didn't
Oh, gosh.
even look into it. I'm sure those tickets were,
Oh, I bet, yeah.
I bet they were
Yeah.
outrageous.
That, it looked like, well, actually, it was in Indianapolis,
Yeah, it was
wasn't
in
So,
Indianapolis.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been, I don't know,
Yeah.
going back to the cold and.
Big expedition.
Yeah.
She's a fan, but not that.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
to go to the game.
Yeah, well, there are some people that would
I know,
go
right?
all out for it, and
They
it
do.
just
Heaven and earth.
amazes me.
Yeah,
What's
they
that?
really
They
do.
move heaven and earth.
They do,
That's
they do.
That's some folks' thing, yeah.
I'm just like, I don't really want to be in that big of a group, especially with some of the crazies that there are. And, you just never know what's gonna go on in some of those things.
Yeah, it's, it'd be a big deal to go,
Yeah.
yeah. I would rather spend my vacation days and money going somewhere else. and-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Climbing on rocks somewhere.
Yeah, floating rivers and,
Yeah.
yeah,
Gonna give them to me each.
A little more peaceful and quiet.
yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly.
I've gotten to where I don't like to hear all the noise
Mhm.
in some of these. Okay, do you just so intolerable that it's like you really need,
Very loud.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
something to block off some of the noise.
yeah, I'm sure it's loud in person, for
And,
sure.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, real loud,
I can't remember the last event that we were at, but I just,
something like that.
yeah, I just went,
Well, that's the,
A lot of
it's
people,
just too loud.
big crowd.
oh, I
Yeah,
bet, and
yeah,
she,
yeah.
that's probably
I feel
what's on
you.
her head,
Mm.
because we talked about it.
You guys have any trips planned? Anything? No.
This is the time of year to, well, I mean, we're trying to think about building a house.
Oh, you are?
And, you know, it's, probably not gonna happen this year with all the crazy things that are going on with the
Yep,
supply
Yeah,
and this and that.
it's hard to get everything you need.
Gosh, get all the workmen on the schedule and this and that.
Mhm.
I was hoping to have it done
Alexis,
by the
pictures of
end of
Jennifer.
the year, but I don't think we'll even get started unless.
We're
something
getting ready
changes.
to,
You guys have the
mail
property,
those,
right?
or
Got
to
it.
email those out. Are you on
Just,
the email list?
and the crazy thing is, we were,
Okay,
our son and
give
his
them to you right now.
joined,
Oh, that's fun.
and so we were gonna build, and they were gonna move in with us while they built theirs.
Oh,
I'm kinda thinking they may get theirs
Oh,
built before
first.
we do.
yeah, yeah.
That's, it's all up in the air,
Oh, yeah. It's hard.
yeah.
It's hard to get to all the things you need, supplies.
Well, and we don't have a clue about how we're going about this. So that's probably the main thing. We got a plan, and then my husband started thinking, we may need some retaining walls if we build a walkout basement.
Oh.
And I'm like, so what do we do now? So I've got to get a survey, a topographical thing. I don't know where to get a surveyor to do it. I understand they're all very busy right
Oh,
now.
man, they are busy. The ones, yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they
So,
are.
it's like, why did we start this project? But that's sort
What
of
are you
the
gonna
plan. Build a house,
Oh,
God willing.
Is it close to where you currently are?
It's north of where we are,
Gotcha.
still in Washington County. That was
Oh,
one-
yeah.
That was one of the first things I checked.
Yeah, sure, good, yeah, good.
But, yeah, it's, out Elm Springs way.
Oh, yeah, nice,
So it's a real pretty piece of land,
cool.
and, next to our grandkids, that's the main thing.
Yeah, that'd be fun, huh?
Yeah,
Easy, convenient. Do you have a general contractor?
not yet. I have a builder that has not committed yet,
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
and, I won't say who it is,
Yeah, you don't
but,
have to.
since he hasn't committed, I can't
Mhm.
really say. But we have a design that we've got to tweak, and
Yeah.
now we've got to think about the topography.
Mhm.
So, I don't know, maybe it'll never get built, but we've got the land,
Yeah, that's the first step, and if you've got the design,
yeah.
yeah.
But, you know, all these other things have to fall in place,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm like,
Does not sound easy.
I've never gone down this road before, but I see all these other houses everywhere,
Back into it.
being started and being finished, and I'm like, well, if they can do it, why can't we?
Yeah,
But if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done, I guess. Not like
Well,
we're
you-
unhappy where we are.
yeah, at least you have a house now, and, you know, there's no, like, big time rush that you're trying to
No.
get in.
And see, that was the thing with our son and his wife. I told them last spring after we bought the property, I said, you guys need to sell your house now. The market was just, you know, way up. They sold it in 3 days,
Wow, yeah,
and for more than they had listed it for.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, of course, they had to move into an apartment,
Mhm.
and, which they did. But we've got all of our stuff in our house. We've got a barn full of stuff.
Yeah,
that I've got to get rid of. And, you know, my thought is, I'm not moving into an apartment to move again. So,
You don't wanna move twice.
no.
No, I don't blame you.
Don't leave it for your kids.
I know, and that is,
All the stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I second that.
My mother passed away 2 years ago,
mhm.
and she was a hoarder. The
Oh,
house is still full. I still have it.
oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Yeah, 2 dumpsters, and I'm still going.
Oh, no.
That's awful. See, and now that's kind of
that's so
interesting,
hard.
because my mother, she
Oh,
died
man.
last July. No, the July before. I'm way behind.
That's okay. It took me a minute to remember that it was, I've had this
It's
house
22.
3 years.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But the crazy thing about her is, she said that when she moved into this condominium, she said, okay, I'm gonna go through things, and I'm gonna make sure that my kids don't have to deal with all of it. She did that, within the 10 years before she died. But in the meantime, she would go, to the thrift store,
Collect more.
buy other things. I'm not
You got
kidding
rid
you.
of one wave,
I'm
and
not-
then the other one, you
Yes.
threw it behind.
Yes.
That's pretty
And
good.
it was amazing, because I used to talk about my mother-in-law's Christmas crap, because she had all kinds of Christmas stuff. And my mother, between the time she moved into this house and the time that she died, had acquired all of these Christmas things. And I mean, how long do you celebrate Christmas, even if you're leaving it up through January or something?
No more than 3 months.
I wouldn't.
Top.
I wouldn't think, but she had all kinds of stuff, and it was crazy.
Oh, that is
But
funny.
God bless her, it was a whole lot less than what my sister-in-law's mother had done, because she was more like a hoarder.
Yeah, it's a 2-story house.
Oh,
When I moved out, I was 20 or 21, and my dad passed away a year after I moved out.
Oh, wow.
Well, 2 years after I moved out. So I had just gotten pregnant with my son,
mhm.
and then he was the one that kept it in check.
Oh,
Put something in a spot and say, he'd go out on the
Deal with
truck
it.
for a week. If it was still in the same spot, he'd get rid of it.
oh, wow.
That's what he did.
Wow.
He passed.
Yeah.
It was in check.
Wow.
And we went into what used to be my bedroom, which the house is like, I don't know, it's built in the something. It is an extremely
Wow.
old house. It
Whoa.
was a Civil War hospital. It's
Wow, that's
extremely old.
very old.
It's falling apart. She did no updates on it. It's got
oh,
mold and
Oh, yeah.
everywhere stuff when we go in.
yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh, no.
man.
But the room that I lived in as a child was floor to ceiling, brand new boxes of stuff.
Oh, no.
Brand new?
Brand new, still in the boxes. We have taken stuff out and moved it into a section of the house, threw
Wow.
out all the trash.
Yeah.
It's just,
That's a huge project.
yeah,
Yeah,
and we're
huge.
still going.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
And there's sheds on the property and that have junk in them.
Oh, no. You need to
That's
get
so
those
hard.
guys there's a program where they have these guys, come in and look at all your stuff and offer you a price on things.
Well, I keep trying to get a hold
I
of an
forget.
auctioneer, but since COVID has hit,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't get a hold of.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Because
I hadn't even thought about that.
an
That's
auctioneer could come in and buy all of it and take it, and I wouldn't have to deal with it.
right,
Yeah, definitely.
right.
It's a good thought.
But
Yeah.
they're very hard to get a hold of. And now, one of the ones that they've told me to reach out to, he gives you a trailer and makes you load the trailer and bring it.
Oh, is that
Oh,
right?
no kidding.
Yeah, but that might be worth it.
I'm like, well,
Yeah.
Frank and Mike, that's who I'm talking about, and I don't remember their names, or their show. I just remember their names are Frank and Mike. That's it,
Eric and Pickles.
yeah. All of them up.
right?
Is there valuable stuff here? Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is,
So I know there are a few things. There's
Mhm.
a power wheel there's 2 power wheels from the 80s up in the
oh
attic.
my goodness.
One of them is a Volkswagen Beetle. that was mine as a kid. And I'm like, I know that's gotta be worth something.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
It's crazy, the stuff that we've come across.
Yeah. Well, my,
And the weirdest places, we found a box of coins, like a little box full
Oh,
of little
no.
coins and stuff, and with the cookbooks. I'm like, wow.
Whoa.
And it was in a baby shoe box.
So you have to go through everything.
Yeah.
It's been awful.
My mother-in-law,
And that's so
that's
hard.
we found insurance policies in her stuff. And we found checks from other insurance policies that hadn't been cashed, and we're like,
My mother had rolls of cash stuck in
Oh, no.
sleeves of clothes
Oh,
hanging in her
no.
I
closet.
remember you saying that. Yeah.
Why did she
Look
put them in
through
sleeves?
So we had to look through everything.
Oh.
Mom hid money in books. When she came out and was
In
helping.
books?
Hid money in books, just $10 here, $20 there.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so when she came out to help me go through stuff, I caught her checking books. I don't think she put any money in books.
Yeah.
Just take it.
Yeah.
Bless whoever takes it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not doing that.
hit her drunk.
Oh. Well, that would help too. That might be the place. Well, you know, I'm thinking recently, oh, I know, it was
Yes, do you need it?
an evangelist who in his old house had money stuffed in between the walls.
Yes, so, Evelyn and Willie that work buildings, Willie told me that I should go, he says, if you're gonna tear the house down, which it is definitely a tear down,
Oh,
he says, you should go
through the wall.
and
Yeah.
break in walls and look in
Yeah.
walls. And I was like, that seems like an awful lot of work.
There's
Who
a
really
TV,
knows what's gonna come out of those walls?
Right, yeah.
that was a
Yeah,
TV
that's-
evangelist down
Yes.
in Texas. you're talking
Yes,
about.
that's right.
He was hiding it for other reasons.
Well, I don't know what that was all about, but I remember it being a subplot in one of the, in Ozark, the series Ozark, that was a subplot. And,
Well,
you
I
know,
was raised on my grandmother, so she was alive through the Depression,
oh, yeah,
and so she was,
that may be the,
yeah,
wow,
there's no telling what she had hid or tucked away.
buried,
Yes.
oh, my goodness.
Apparently there's a bunker on the property. I didn't, no idea. My husband said that it's something that she had mentioned to him one time.
Oh, my.
And he knows exactly where it's at, like the concrete's broken and you can see down, and I was
Has he
like,
been in it?
No. All we can, so my dad, I guess, sealed it off.
Yeah.
And so where the concrete has broken and wearing, you can see it goes straight down. Like there's a big empty hole.
How far?
It's deep. I'm like, no. I'm like, more power to whoever buys the property.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not,
Mhm.
Oh, this sounds like a fascinating place. Not for me, but somebody would really like it.
Not me.
Oh, my goodness, how funny. Hard to believe people do those kind of things. But that's why I've got to clean out my barn.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it'll make all the difference. My mother-in-law just moved, they moved from, like, 2 miles from where they lived, but that's what they did.
Yeah.
And she's been going through little by little.
Right.
Yeah. And I said, I really appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
But she went through it with her mom, and we had to go to Iowa to bring her home with all her mom's stuff.
Ooh.
And it was a U-Haul trailer and a vehicle
Mhm.
full, and then everything else she left.
See, that's what, we've got my mother-in-law's stuff in the barn. My children have contributed their portions. My brother-in-law, who died about 2 years ago, contributed his portion. And then Denny and I have acquired things here and there. And so, I mean, it's full. It's
Well,
full.
we have a storage unit now, and a big portion of my storage unit is stuff that I've brought home from
Oh,
my mom that I
yeah.
haven't gone through, paperwork and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh.
Let me tell you from personal experience, storage units are very hard to get rid of.
Well, we are planning.
Yeah, has that been your experience?
Personal
I've
experience.
Yeah.
never had one.
We really don't.
Yeah.
Don't ever get one.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
won't, 'cause
Yeah, do not let
oh, I
yourself.
never will, 'cause I could see that being the case.
We didn't have a choice. My business
Yeah.
outgrew my house.
Oh,
So a lot of my business stuff is in a storage.
yeah,
So I can move stuff around seasonally.
yeah.
And I promised my husband that I would go through. And
Mm.
so when I started my business, I crocheted and I sewed. I do not do that anymore.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a long
A lot of
time.
yarn and a lot of fabric to go through.
yeah, that makes two of us. I don't have a lot of fabric anymore. My fabric is all gone. But I've got a yarn habit. That's the only thing you can call it.
Yeah, me too.
Dumb. But one of these days it'll all be gone somehow. I guess, Samaritan Center's gonna get a lot of it.
Well, if you donate fabric or yarn, let me know, 'cause I know where to send it.
Oh, is that right?
I'm part of the Extension Homemakers,
Oh, yeah.
and they take it and make stuff and donate to local hospitals.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
stuff like that, so
Okay,
those ladies would take
that's
it.
good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, that's the thing. I don't wanna just give it to somebody who's gonna throw it in the trash.
Yes, no.
But if they can, because I've got a lot of good yarn,
Yeah, and it
a
would
lot
go
of
to a lot
expensive
We
yarn.
do hats for the NICU. So, yeah.
I've actually got
I'll pack this up.
oh, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Got a yarn kit for my granddaughter that I was supposed to, go ahead and make the, just for the, I think it's a Christmas, maybe it's nutcracker, that's what it is. Little pieces of nutcracker, and I said, you know, I started on it, I'm not gonna do this. She bought it for my granddaughter to do. And I don't even like to crochet in that little teeny tiny stitch that makes all these little stupid pieces. So I said, I'm not doing that. I wouldn't mind paying somebody to do it, but I'm not gonna do it myself. So, I mean, that's been sitting on my, counter nagging me for the last year and a half.
I used to crochet baby shoes.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done those.
I haven't done them in a very long
Oh.
time. It was very hard on my hands.
Yeah, yeah,
It has to be tight.
right. See, what I do is use the big needles anymore, or hooks, whatever it is, it's gotta be big, 'cause I'm not doing that small stuff. I started on a hat for myself, cute pattern, and I got to where I'm like, I don't even enjoy doing this. It's this teeny tiny stitch, 'cause it's gotta be tight, not gonna do it.
No,
So I'm probably gonna rip that all out.
that's what.
Yeah, thank you. What we need is an intervention here.
Surprised how many things I have put together and taken apart, 'cause I'm like, you know what? I don't wanna make this.
Yeah,
This is not as fun as I thought it would be.
yeah. That's
And I do
right.
that now with painting. I'm like.
Oh, do you really?
I don't like this, I'm not making this.
Yeah, yeah. I don't, my sister-in-law was the one who always painted, not me. So I don't have to deal with that. My poor brother has to deal with what she's left, 'cause she died back in December. So, he's looking at all these pictures that she's got half done, and he's like, what am I gonna do with them now? Including one of their grandchildren with the faces that she just couldn't get made. She had everything else, their faces just couldn't do. So it may, well, he could probably, but I don't think he wants to. He used to paint a lot. Hasn't in many years.
Yeah, I don't paint like that. I cheat. I have stencils.
Oh.
I can freehand some, but not a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
And freehanding is much harder on my hands. I really like carpal tunnel from years of crochet
Yeah.
and knitting and retail.
Right.
And so I,
Sitting at a computer too.
I work for the bank.
Ah.
And so, I just, everything I do now is stencil based,
Yeah.
based.
Yeah.
Cut it out, spray paint it.
Oh, well, that's not a bad idea. No, that was never my, back when I was in high school and I saw all my sister-in-law's paintings and stuff, and I'd go, I wanna do that. And the counselor said, you can't take a class in art. I'm like, why not? I want to. I never really got into painting at all.
I took an art class in high school.
I wanted to.
My art teacher is a poll worker.
Oh, is that right? Oh, how fun.
She's a poll worker in Prairie Grove.
All right.
Where's that?
D.
Oh, Dee?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was my art teacher.
How fun. Well, something I've always thought I'd like to do, but I play with words too much, so.
I didn't realize she taught art. I
Mhm.
knew she was a retired teacher, but I didn't know
Yeah.
that was what she taught.
Yeah, I think one of our finals, so they had this, I don't even know if they still have it, but they had this building that they built when I was in high school, and it was called the Tiger's Den. And it was where we would have lunch or whatever. It was just like an extra little building for us to go and congregate. And part of one of our finals was to paint it. Each person had an assignment. I remember sitting, and I hated heights, but I remember sitting on a thing. I was painting clouds.
Michelangelo.
Never again. I hated it then.
Oh, did you really? Oh,
I
no.
absolutely hated it. I never would have imagined that I would be making a living off of
Yeah.
painting as an adult.
Well, you just never know.
No.
Got it all on?
We have it all. We're done now, we're just waiting.
Yep.
How many people do we have closed? You know? Everybody's closed? Uh-oh.
Sometimes they forget to.
Oh, yeah.
Hold.
Yeah, okay.
What was the turnout?
1771, it's 1663 on election day
Gotcha.
Yeah.
1771
is
total.
with early vote and the absentee.
1663.
Okay.
This is the central point showing us what 50% election day.
Pretty good.
Oh, no
Pretty
kidding.
good.
Okay, okay. Hand warmers, recharge.
So if you want to.
Yeah. Phone number, okay. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I was looking for those before Christmas. Of course, then my sister-in-law died and everything went crazy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Definitely need these. Works for me. Now, which ones did you say were half price?
The gold,
Okay.
the blue, and the pink. There may be another one in there. I know those three are for sure.
Okay. Gold, the blue, and the pink.
Election. I feel like for a bigger election, I have more stuff I'm doing.
Because we're
Well,
still
wait.
probably dealing with absentees and
Early
early
vote,
votes.
Talked to John, about the commissioner's training.
Oh, yeah.
He asked about ordering lunch in. I thought about doing Olive Garden. What do you think about Olive Garden?
Yeah, just, what, salad and bread, or
Salad, bread, and
a main dish?
main dish
Yeah.
and stuff. So, I'll start emailing the commissioners that
Okay.
said that they were coming and see if they want to participate and let them know the cost and everything.
Sure.
So,
Okay. So, how many you think we're gonna end up having?
I don't know. Right now, on the list that I was sent,
So this is gonna go past 1 o'clock then.
Yes, it will go till,
Said 4 on the, 10 to 4 is what it said.
10 to 4, it said?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you get the,
I don't think I looked at that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, do you get emails from the SPEC? Because when we.
You know, I may still get at one of my old email addresses. It
Because
never occurred to me.
When we pulled it up, we noticed that there was an old email address
Okay,
on there for you.
okay.
So, let me forward this.
Yeah.
So I will let them know that your email is bad. I think we've let them know previously.
I think so too.
And I think it's just not been updated.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, somebody's not paying attention to that.
so, yeah, so. Right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17 people signed up. That doesn't include anybody from Washington County or Benton County,
Mm.
Sebastian,
it'll be a pretty good crowd.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna,
or Crawford,
we're gonna be down at the,
the sheriff.
okay, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so I figure we'll have the crew from Crawford,
Mhm.
Sebastian, Benton, and then us. So see, that doesn't even include any of us.
Gotcha, okay.
I know one of the Benton County commissioners cannot make it.
Wow.
I think she'll be on vacation.
Yeah, I need to see if I can or not. I thought I could, but I may have a conflict. What are they doing if you can't make it?
I think a webinar,
Oh,
so.
okay.
I can't make it.
Well, maybe you can't, Jim. Maybe none of us
I'm gonna look
can.
out there and I'll be like, I don't know where my Washington County crew is. I don't know.
But we'll be the host for this, even though, oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Max, didn't you have something for me to do that day?
Yeah. I thought you were gonna be gone too, Jim.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah. And I wonder too, if they may rethink, like, you hate to think like COVID numbers pushing things.
Oh, good
but
point. That's
that
another
first
2
of
weeks.
February, it's another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If the numbers keep going, I don't
Sure.
know if they'll maybe go
Yeah.
and say, we'll do a webinar in general, so,
I'd hate to.
yeah, so.
Miss it?
Oh, yeah, I'd hate it.
So, yeah.
I mean, 5 hours is a long
Yeah,
time.
it is.
I can't, well, yeah, I guess if you take the lunch out, it says 5.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
I figure,
The lunch.
You think,
well, I'd like to, I was thinking I'd like to get in here just a tiny bit early, just
Yeah.
to see, bring up,
Oh, yeah,
well, as
set
soon as
up.
they come in, I can grab
Oh,
one.
yeah, you can do that.
That'll be a great shot I can grab, so.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm thinking with my journalist brain here.
There you go.
There we go.
First one.
First.
You didn't get in here in time.
I know,
Well, that's the type of action you're gonna get all night here.
I call that perfect timing there.
You got 4 more tries.
I know. We'll see, I'll nail it one of these ones.
Oh, there you go.
I just went, washed my hands in the bathroom, and I noticed all this stuff on my face. I went to the dermatologist today,
Ah,
where he had the little nitrogen gun,
oh, yeah.
Oh.
burning all those little cancerous stuff on this old sunburned head.
Oh, yeah, is that what they do? Yeah.
Stings.
Yeah.
You go certain, so
I go every
often.
6 months. I've had one surgery right here where they had to take a piece out and get something from behind my ear and put on there, and it grew back. I've had a surgery back here I did have one back here, but actually got it.
Roll.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
But that's, years being out in the sun.
Well, that's your,
okay. You pay for it one way or t'other.
because I definitely am out with sun, outdoors and stuff, you know.
You wear a hat.
I try, yeah.
I got my,
Usually, and
you know, my
Yeah.
dermatologist said, you wear a hat? And I said, well, sometimes, he said, wear it all the time.
Yeah,
huh.
yeah.
Probably a hat like that, too,
Yes.
with a
Yeah.
brim all
Yes.
the way around.
Yeah.
Not a ball
Yeah.
cap.
Because I mean, usually it's baseball cap, and that's not doing anything for.
Right.
Yeah, I need to do better about it, because, yeah, I know, that many years,
The,
I know other people do.
it collects, builds up on you.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't absorb the vitamin D like that, but,
Yeah,
you know, that's the sad part about it.
yeah, you need to.
Hey, Evelyn.
I'm getting ready to, did this a couple of years ago, but spot
You
up here.
can put it in either
have a
one.
cream
So, yep, either one.
that, the makeup for,
Okay.
you know, and
Yep, either one. You're welcome.
basically attacks cancer cells.
Wow.
Makeup,
That's
really?
crazy.
A cream, yeah, and,
Wow.
application, and you use it, like, he wants me to use it here 2 times a day for 2 weeks. He wants me to do it all over my nose 2 times a day for 1 week.
Wow.
Makes everything red,
Oh, yeah.
tender,
Well, I wouldn't have even noticed you, noticed, so.
I was just saw him
And if I'm,
he hit me pretty good today, several of them.
It's crazy that the cream does that, that's wild.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, this is from the,
Oh, yeah, but like, that it can attach
that
to.
cream is, they have to, whenever they're, ordering it, they have to call it into the company that does it, because they have to mix it, and it's only good for so long.
Oh, my
Wow, that's
goodness.
crazy.
And they've already emailed me, the company has, for me to confirm that it,
Yeah,
when the
wow.
Oh, that's really interesting.
this will be the best first time I've had some of this stuff.
Wow. Pretty neat that it can do that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's amazing the strides they've made on stuff like that.
Yeah, it is,
20 years ago.
yeah, yeah.
When
Stuff
they
like
had
that I've never even heard of, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, you've still got enough, maybe enough hair blocking it off the top of your head.
Yeah, so I don't have to, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the top of the head is.
This is gonna be the lamest live stream.
Okay, so it looks like we have one provisional ballot from Nazarene for lack of ID.
Oh, okay.
So as long as this voter is eligible to vote, they have until Monday or Tuesday at noon to return their ballot. So we will, once I confirm that with Becky,
Do we have a holiday in there?
we do Monday. I will actually call this voter.
Oh,
Was it
that's,
Martin
Martin
Luther
Luther King.
Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
So we will need to meet for the commission to do the official review on Thursday.
Okay.
This Thursday.
This Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Or we can meet tomorrow too, whichever day the commission wants to meet is fine.
Okay,
So my numbers match. It was only on Nazarene and Awakening, the other 2 that were different.
So tomorrow or Thursday, we need to meet?
Tomorrow or Thursday, whichever day the commission would like.
What did they ask for?
good for tomorrow afternoon or anytime on Thursday.
What about you, Max?
Yeah, I was trying to look, I think I got a 3:00 meeting tomorrow, but I could do before or after or Thursday.
How about, 1:00 tomorrow? Would that work for you, or would that be,
I think it would.
would that work for you, Jim?
Double check.
Jennifer, what do you have at 1 tomorrow?
Yeah, one would work.
Yeah, I think that would work. Yep, that works.
Wednesday at 1.
Okay.
Here?
Yeah, we'll be in room
Okay.
15.
And that's for one provisional, maybe more?
Provisional, yes.
That way when I add the,
And by that time, Becky will have told you.
Yes, she'll have let us know.
Okay.
I know we looked at it.
Hey. My calendar.
Oh. Okay, so you're looking for now?
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
You can't look at that.
Yeah, we know that.
Right.
But
There's no way to do it. When you get into that, there's no way to detail it out. You can only look at it on the little pie chart.
Oh, okay.
Or on the little graph. Here you go.
Thank you. But I have just the number.
That number should be right.
It is.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure, 'cause that way, when I add up
Yeah.
here, it shows right. 'Cause this is what's coming in on the total.
So we have 2 more out?
We have Sonora and Elkins.
Okay.
Eventually. That's the actual term.
Sure, that's fine.
And then,
You think somebody's coming in the door?
No, at some point, whenever he comes back.
You got 2 more
You gotta be
chances.
ready.
Oh, no, I already grabbed one.
Oh, you did, okay.
I want a different angle.
Okay, gotcha.
You know?
yes,
Okay.
So I can,
Gotta make this a compelling report.
oh, yeah,
Okay.
I do have my cut, got my cutaways, multiple angles.
Okay.
and so that it makes sense when, like, this comes in, there's
Gotcha.
a provisional reissue, it should.
Get that, Santa hat in the corner there
Oh,
too.
It doesn't have a provisional. It's
Oh,
a Nazarene that has a
Like the
provisional.
12 day
But I don't think it's in
What
the
is it?
book.
It's the, well,
No, it's way.
yeah, it's way past.
It might be the
Yeah.
25th. but-
25th day of Christmas? Come on, let's keep it going.
That was for measuring. it.
I do that all the time.
I knew I was right in my head.
Old habits are hard to die, you know.
They are.
You've been doing it since childhood, like I have. Not gonna lose it now.
I would have imagined there would have been a lot more caffeine in here.
Oh, no, we're very mellow people.
When you walk into the newsroom, it's everyone's got a cup of coffee. And
Oh.
I had to get a Dr. Pepper, I was falling asleep, I had to borrow one of
it
Debbie's.
is.
Were
it's
we
late. It's
boring
too late
you?
counting. It's too late, that's what I was saying. I don't know what these people are crazy.
8:30
Yeah, when you
is really
see those
nothing, but
states
I'm like,
that their
in
polls that
30
close
minutes,
at
I'm
like
normally in bed.
7,
Like, man.
they're done a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But then they opened at 7, which meant they started
Yeah, good
Yeah.
point.
about 30 minutes earlier, so.
30 on
Gee. Yeah, I figure I need to be able to walk out the door to whatever place by 6:30.
Oh, dear. I'm just starting to get my cup of coffee at that point.
We're lucky to see me.
And there's nothing right in front of you that I can't film, right? Is there anything in particular that I can't zoom in on?
As long as it's not a close-in shot.
No,
I was grabbing close-up shots of the bags and stuff right there, but that's about it.
that's it.
I didn't wanna grab anything, close-up shots of anything.
There it
Here
comes.
you go, here you go.
Oh, there we go.
You're a star.
You're a star.
For the camera.
You missed it.
I love it. Oh, boy. We're all hams when we have the chance to be, huh?
Absolutely.
They didn't put it in there, they just threw it. If you hand me the envelope, I'll put it in the envelope.
And I understand if we wanna hold off on interviews or anything like that until after or anything, I
So
know
Laura
y'all
just
probably-
called a few minutes ago, so it might be good to do it now, if you
Oh,
want
okay.
to, if it's just gonna take a few minutes.
It would literally take just a few minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, just a few questions off the top of my head.
Sure.
Just to run over what's all on the agenda today, what
Okay.
what we all voted on, the areas that are affected by this,
Okay.
and maybe, what, the community response was today, if we have, early indications of numbers and stuff like that. That'd probably be about it. Nothing no curveball.
Jennifer can handle curveballs.
The curveball specialist.
That's right.
That she is.
She has to be.
Emma Claybrook sent me her number, and she said, just throw her as many as you want. All the curveballs.
Yep. I know which ones to answer and which ones not to.
And she's good at that, too.
You wanna do that now? I think
Sure.
we've got a few seconds before Seymour gets here.
Of course. I'm gonna have to come back here, scoot kind of down. And I'll have you just stand.
Okay, sure.
Right. And I'll have,
Yeah,
we'll do those.
good thinking. Not interested in.
Hardest part, to me, is just setting this up. Second hardest part is saying, spelling your first name. Oh, just one.
Oh,
I am Ray.
All these shy
There we
people.
go.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my movie star on.
We'll turn the bright lights on.
Oh, goodness.
And now we're good to go.
Okay.
First things first, can I get you the same spell and your position?
It's Jennifer Price, J-E-N-N-I, F-E-R, P-R-I-C-E, Director of Elections, Washington County.
Awesome, awesome. And, okay, so can you just give us a little bit of a rundown of maybe what we were voting on today and a little bit of the itinerary? So-
Yeah, so today was the election for the, special primary runoff election for State Senate District 7. So there were 2 candidates on the ballot today. The winner of this election will move forward to the February 8th, general election for State Senate District 7.
Awesome. And so, or what areas are we affecting here? Cities and, smaller sub-areas, what are we
So
affecting?
this is the State Senate District 7 that was, set 10 years ago and what you saw in 2020. Of course, with redistricting, the State Senate District 7 will look a little bit different. But for the remainder of 2022, this area represents Elkins, Goshen, the city of Johnson, parts of Springdale, War Eagle, Nob Hill, and a little part of Town.
So lots of towns, lots of towns. Are we getting any early indications of numbers and stuff like that, voting numbers? Obviously, I know we're watching them being brought in as we speak, but is there any early indication?
So we had 108 early votes cast. This was early and absentee. We had 5 polling locations open on election day. We had a little over 1,600 votes cast at those election day sites.
Awesome. And I don't think there's any other questions other than if all goes well tonight, when's the next? What are we expecting later down the road, I guess?
So there's a couple of things that we have to do for this election. Obviously, we'll certify this election. We will have to do a ballot draw for the February the 8th general election. So that will be for the Democratic candidate and the Republican candidate. That determines the order in which their names appear on the ballot. And then early vote will start February the 1st. We also have another election that starts February the 1st as well during early vote, and that's for Fayetteville City Council Ward 2 vacancy. So we'll have 9 polling locations open for that election on February the 8th, and all that information is on our county website.
You guys skipped over anything or missed anything? Like I said, we're watching them being brought in as we speak. Is there any,
I think, so definitely, for those voters who are in what is now, State Senate District 7, we will have the same 5 polling locations open, for the February 8th election that we had for the January 11th runoff election. And then we'll have 4 additional sites open for the, city of Fayetteville Ward 2 vacancy. And we'll have sample ballots available, after January the 20th. So voters can go to our website to find out where all those locations are at. They can view a sample ballot. They can go to Voter View to see, if they are eligible to vote in that election.
And what time can people, expect results tonight?
So we hope to be finished before 9:30 tonight. So we're waiting on 1 more polling location, and as soon as that comes in, we'll be able to release those unofficial results for this election.
Thank you so much. Sorry for talking your ear off.
That's okay. That was pretty. So,
Yeah,
I knew all those answers.
Made it easy. So I always end up going a little over on what it was.
You had a big audience just right here.
I know, I'm like, normally it's just, it's like not having to do it in front of an audience, and I'm like, ugh.
That's the worst part sometimes. No, you're a pro at this point.
The key is to not watch yourself after
Yeah.
the interview, so
Yeah.
then you're just like, yeah, I did great.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you become self-aware of what you're
Yeah,
doing.
you don't
and
wanna
you're
do that.
Well, and also,
Yeah.
a lot of people just stare straight into the camera and it just wigs them out. And
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't have to do that.
yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah.
do that, no.
I was on 229 once. I had to be on their morning show. I had to be there at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
And I completely lost myself staring at myself in the camera. I was like, this is awful.
No, I honestly, I've been in like the studios and stuff. I worked at 5 while they were down here, for a year, but, working in that studio, it is weird. The lights, there's a lot of lights.
Oh,
and
it's-
just insane.
Oh, it's so much.
It is insane. It's really intense when they put all the lights on you too, and like when you're up on the anchor desk, it is pretty.
Yeah,
You really can't see anything.
no, I couldn't see anything, and it was so early in the morning, and I was, yeah. And then, of course, you know, everybody that I knew had to go find it.
Well, that's how it is. You gotta love all your friends and family for that. Post it every birthday you have, right?
Oh, gosh, no. I'm hoping, most of them are old enough, they don't know how to use YouTube very well, so.
You lucked out. All my family does.
No, unless my husband sent it out, then no.
Will I be okay to go live in here for 9, or do you want me to go live outside? Either way works. I can do either, if you don't want me to.
If we're almost done,
What do you mean exactly when you say live?
Live, well, they wanted me to do live shots for 9, and then,
At
if
9
we have
o'clock.
the results, and if we don't have results, I'll probably be live at 10, but if we have results, I'm gonna start heading back. I'm a full-time, River Valley photographer, so they have to come up.
so when you're saying live, you're just videotaping.
No, I'll have the live gear. I'll have to go down there and grab the DVD and the live gear
okay.
and do a live shot. But honestly, that's why I asked first and would give them plenty of time and, notice. So, I mean, if you guys don't want me live in here, you're not gonna hurt my feelings.
But you're not gonna be talking?
No.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
yeah,
know. I don't get a part of that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was asking,
They do
because
not
I was
know.
like.
I'm not gonna talk, no, that's
I
fine.
was just thinking, we don't need the extra distraction of somebody over there
Yeah.
talking.
No, I'll just be filming and stuff and,
Okay.
no. Thank you, guys.
No problem. I'm glad you clarified
No,
that,
y'all
though.
made it super easy, I appreciate it,
I was
Sorry for the
glad.
confusion.
Oh, you're good.
Jennifer's made me do an interview once, and it was very stressful.
Oh, bless your heart. I hate live.
Yeah, no, I don't,
Live is harder.
It's very much.
This kind of interview, because you know if
Yeah.
you messed up, you can
Yeah,
right.
back and they can, yeah.
Yeah, and I
That was
mean, whenever you do an interview with one of us, you know, it's like, I mean, we don't chop anything.
Take two.
Yeah, no, we don't
Yeah.
chop anything up. If you mess up, you can just start over, and
Yeah.
we send the whole
Yeah.
thing back for them to take
Yeah.
20 seconds of it, so.
Right.
Honestly,
That's how my
when people worry about it,
was.
you're just worrying about like 12 seconds.
Yeah.
My
But-
KNWA was
All right,
alive.
Oh,
Oh, so anxious.
that's one reason why I don't like to
And
do
she
that at
asked me
all.
a question, and I was like,
Yeah. Your brain goes,
And then she remembered, like, she'd asked me these questions earlier so that I knew what I was.
oh, well, that was good.
So she was like, oh, so it's this, like, she was
Yeah.
able to
Yeah.
get it back, and I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
By that point, I was done.
I get it.
So it looks like this voter is eligible.
Oh, you've already checked?
Yeah, I looked that up, but
Okay.
they voted for lack of ID.
Okay.
So I will call
They
the
just have to
voter.
bring it in.
Yeah, I'll call the voter tomorrow and confirm that with the voter, and then we still have to sign that
Yeah.
to send, so.
That's the only one so far.
Yep. I don't think Sonora had any, Evelyn didn't say.
Okay.
I talked to Evelyn last night because we were debating where to go. I said, so what time do you get up on Tuesday morning so I'll know when to text you?
Oh,
to say
yeah.
Yes.
Or no.
Good.
Yeah.
She goes, 4 o'clock.
Oh.
I said, how about I text you at 5?
And then I'll schedule it on my phone so it sends to you.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, exactly.
4.
Oh, my goodness.
Really early.
Well, it's getting an early start on the day, you know?
Yeah.
I bet you that she's early bedtime.
I'd say she is too,
Yeah.
automatically and early, yeah.
I'm the worst. I will lay down at 9 o'clock and then still be up at 11:30.
Oh.
I'm terrible. I'm the worst because then I go to bed and I'm like, oh, I didn't schedule this video to post today, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. And then I think of all that clerical stuff that I should be doing in my business, and I start doing it, and, yeah. And he comes to bed and he goes, turn your phone off.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just turn it off. Okay.
Well, I used to do a lot of all-nighters, but I can no longer do that, so I'm,
Yeah, I did too, in the beginning.
yeah, I'm just,
My kids, when they were little,
oh, yeah,
step,
oh, yeah.
go to bed, I'd step.
Well, that's when you get stuff done.
Yeah, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Stuff,
yeah.
stuff that I wanted to do, or stuff that needed to be
Right.
done.
Stuff for the business, stuff for yourself.
1 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, oh, God, I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure I was in bed. I don't know that I was asleep. I think I was reading. But, we've,
I didn't hear anything. I think I was about 10.
you know, the interesting,
I think I didn't hear fireworks.
yeah. Our neighbor to the north is always doing fireworks on New Year's Eve, and I didn't hear it at all. Yeah.
And my dogs do not like it at all.
I hadn't even thought about dogs.
Yeah, my dogs don't like it.
Those are not happy people when that happens.
We have 2 that live down our street.
We're waiting on one polling location, and then we will have final results.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
When New Year's comes, I always hear them too. They
So
don't do
it's the
anything
site
this year. Not
coming
that I
from
heard. I must
Sonora,
have been
so
really
we're
out, or
hoping
they
they
didn't
should
do
be
it.
here within the next couple
Yeah.
of minutes.
I feel sorry for dogs in that kind of a situation. That's pretty awful.
And we
So
keep them
we-
in.
Yeah.
My little
So
poodle,
we
I
post
crank
to our
TV up a
website,
little louder.
as
We're
soon as
not
I
gonna
can,
be home
you
on
know,
the
as soon
4th
as
of
I'm
July
able to do
too.
that.
Yeah.
And,
Those ones kind of
all that.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
My dogs are very.
Maybe.
He said he wasn't.
They haven't even gotten here yet, so that's probably too soon.
I wasn't gonna turn around and look, but I was thinking, he died to us.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
You have a
That
better
cancer
view.
is like right there.
Oh, yeah.
The TV is just now turning on, so.
We have our TV on up there. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. You had to go get.
As a cheat right now, I'm gonna send back all my video through this. By playing it on here, things you figure out and trying to send stuff back, it's just kind of wild. I'm not even gonna go live right now, but you don't have to worry about it.
We don't worry about it. We just.
Been fretting all night about it.
Exactly. Oh, my goodness. Somebody's been in here with a glitter dress on or something.
There was food in my.
I've been caught.
Yep.
There was crumbs chips when I came in.
Oh,
Here you
really?
go. Is this it?
This be it. Now, they want to interview you after all this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one we've been looking for.
Thank you. I guess it's because of the pose.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, the bad choice in hat.
What's his hat say?
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
That's a true
Now, if-
hands in there.
That's right. It was a
Born in
Georgia
San-
hat.
I was born in San Antonio.
Ah,
That's a great town, San Antonio.
It is.
I lived in Seguin for a year.
It's
You know
very,
where Seguin is?
Mhm.
It's about 45 miles or 45 minutes or something, east of San Antonio.
Yeah.
Just south of, gosh, what's that lake up there, McQueen?
yes. Maybe, that sounds right.
Where they're in,
That name sounds familiar. Yes.
You get 1771?
Sure did.
Okay. What you got?
Ma'am.
Okay. Is that what you got?
Yes.
Okay.
Copies of the summary you want?
I guess just 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless, do you want one?
Copy of the
Yeah, oh,
results?
that'd be wonderful.
Yeah. So 4.
Like
Yeah,
4.
so then on the back is just a physical,
Seguin's just a little southeast of New Braunfels.
Oh,
Familiar with it?
Okay.
They have the, German Oktoberfest.
that's always fun.
My dad was a German.
Thank you.
You are, sir.
Thank you.
PDF summary and the ASCII.
Do that. PDF first.
No, both of them are fine, because I'll do them.
No, as she's typing it in, so she doesn't get mixed up.
are y'all gonna get out of here before 9 o'clock?
Probably.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can just let them know that I can go live outside the
Okay.
parking lot, no worries at
Yep.
all. I don't wanna keep y'all in here longer than y'all are just sitting here.
We don't want you to either.
Of course. I've already got, I've already got enough on my conscience, like dinner, what's for dinner.
What is for dinner, by the way?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
Okay, and all we've got is one provisional then.
One provisional?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, no outstanding absentees.
Okay. Okay, well, that being the case, we're adjourned.
All right.
Good deal.
And we will be here